Come on. It's fast breaks. Listen. We back with another one.
Fast breaks, yeah, we coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights. Man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands. We run 3-man weeks, Paul, Trey, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan. We got love for the game, we don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break, throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break, throw me the outlet. We on the break, it's fast break. We on the break, it's fast break. Let's go.
Welcome to the show. What up, y'all? We're here with your boy, Ro. You already know. I'm here with Mr. PR Sports himself, Coach Paul Robinson, King Dre, and Alan, the man you already know. And this is Fast Break.
Yo.
We back, baby.
What
it do, baby?
Back. We are so excited to have y'all join us, tapping in with us live here on IG or wherever you streaming us. We got a good show for you today, but first, we got to explain some things. So if y'all been rocking with Fast Breaks for a long time, you probably wondering, who am I? My name is Ro. These three brothers have been kind enough to bring me into the show, bring me into the fold. And I'm just making sure we keep things together. That's the only role here. I'm going to make sure we keep things together. My brothers are shining, and we're gonna keep it pushing. Fellas, how we doing today?
Doing good, man. Glad to be back.
I'm chilling. Fast Breaks is back, better than ever.
It's lit.
I like to call 1-word or 2-word answers. It's
That's
lit.
a fact.
That's it.
Let's
That's
get
not
it.
how he's doing, not how he's been over the last 3 years. It's lit. That's it.
That's a fact. They don't care about that. They just want to hear about ball. That's it.
That's a fact.
Well, how did y'all enjoy Christmas hoops? How'd y'all think the slate was this year?
I didn't think it was bad, honestly. I thought it was a pretty good lineup. I was wrong for each and every game. Who was gonna win?
I was wrong about the Knicks game. I'll tell you that.
I was very wrong about the Knicks.
Good. That's good. Christmas game was lit, man. I enjoyed it. Always like Christmas hoops.
I obviously had a horrible Christmas.
Of course.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Horrible.
For those who don't know, we're talking to the biggest Lakers fan I know, and the second biggest Kobe fan I know. Though I don't have Kobe in my background, so you might have to take the cake for this one. I'll be number 2 this time around.
You already know what it is. Big bias on this side. Anyway, well, there was a game that happened on Christmas that I was very interested in, that I did lock into. That wasn't just the Laker game, and that was the Bucks-Knicks game. Paul, you said you had it wrong. You didn't have any faith in your boys. You were able to pull out a Christmas miracle.
That's a fact.
And if any of y'all were watching on live, I was live streaming that game, and the Bucks were concerning me. I didn't like how they were moving. Now the Bucks are 24-8 on the season, so most folks would say they're doing good. They look good, but if you look at their schedule, they have some bad losses. Dame's efficiency is way down. His numbers are what you'd expect, but his efficiency is down. He's under 50 from the field. He's under 40 from the three. How do we feel about the Bucks? I know it's too early to say whether this trade worked or not, but do we feel like they're trending in the right direction?
Well, I mean, listen, man. Why don't the Bucks run pick and roll? Why don't Dame and Giannis run pick and roll. Like that to me, that's all that's stopping them because right now it's either Dame is going off or Giannis is going off.
It's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be honest. I don't think look the Celtics look different, but then y'all boy Jason Tatum, I don't know about him in the playoffs. Sometimes I don't know. So that's a different conversation for another day. But I mean, Giannis is a MVP candidate. Dame is up and down. He's still trying to get into his groove. He's kind of getting there. I mean, they're all right. You know what I mean? I heard Giannis isn't happy though because he's mad with Adrian Griffin. So I don't know about all of that.
Wait, he's mad at Adrian Griffin? For?
I heard Stephen A. actually said that he knows that he's unhappy with certain things that's going on right now.
Oh, man.
He's a rookie head coach.
Well, you know what? I don't want to.
Here we go.
Listen, you don't have to look any further than the defensive makeup of the team right now. Yes, losing Drew Holiday is a big loss, but that's not enough to change the entire culture of the team, which they have. I mean, this team went from being one of the top defensive teams in the league to you can't defend the paint, you can't defend the perimeter. Teams are just scoring on you freely and are allowed to go on these crazy runs, which they never were able to do. And if I'm a guy like Giannis, who had a top-tier coach in Budenholzer, and now I'm getting Adrian Griffin, and we're not, having the same kind of defensive scheme. I'm looking at the top guy and be like, you're doing something different here. I can block as many shots as I want, but if we're giving up shots on the perimeter and we're giving up easy buckets inside, what are we going to do here? How I'm looking down the barrel and being like, our competition at the other end is the Nuggets, and in this conference is the Celtics, and we can't defend them. We can't even defend the Knicks. So what are we going to do later on?
It's weird to me because one, I think they're playing really well. I think they're doing good, but I think there's clear lapses that they have that they're working the playoff. I don't know what's going on.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. They have clear lapses that not going to work in the playoffs. Obviously, I think the biggest defensive thing that they have is they can't stop people on a fast break.
Right.
And that's not even a fast break where the ball's stolen or something like that. It's literally like a live ball turnover and they're just slow moving up and down the court, and that's not going to work in the playoffs.
I like that Al is talking about fast breaks on fast break spots.
Hey,
he said it.
You see it.
You see it.
He said it.
Yeah, and I think they just got some lapses that they're going to have to fix, and I think it's a culture thing because they have a new coach that probably emphasizes different things, and I think too it's maybe a chemistry thing. A lot of them are kind of out of place at times, but I think they're getting better. I think they're going to be there by the time, we're 25 games in. I think by the time we're 40, 50 games in, they're going to be able to see their little mistakes and fix them. But I think the Bucks are doing good. I think they're number 2 in the East right now, right behind Celtics. Yeah. They're not better than the Celtics, so I think they're right where they should be at. I think they're going to figure out by the time playoff comes.
So for some context, in terms of defensive rating, they're about middle of the pack. They're 18th with 115.3 defensive efficiency, but they're top 5 worst in the league in points given up in the paint. They're giving up 54 points in the paint. And with a player like Giannis, who's a former DPOY player, and Brook Lopez protecting the rim, that kind of speaks to there has to be some sort of change schematically that all of a sudden now is free lunch in the paint against the Bucks. Correct. It has not been like that in the past.
Yeah. I think that goes to my point where they get a lot of rebound, teams just pushing down the court, and half the Bucks players are still back. You got open layups sometimes. They got to fix that.
Coach Paul.
Here.
It's time for Coach Paul. You started off saying, why don't they run pick and roll? Break down for us what it is you're seeing. What is the offensive style that you think they're trying to do, and how would you do it differently?
Before he answers that, I just want to say I love the irony of Paul talking about pick and roll when he hates.
Absolutely, this man hates pick and roll.
Hates
in 2K. In 2K, yeah. Not in real life. In 2K, yeah. What are you running pick and roll for?
Tell me about it. Break it down for us, Coach.
Listen. What, 2K? You want me to break down 2K?
break down the bugs. Break down the bugs.
Okay. Listen. In the words of Tim Legler, go and be great. is not an offensive play. Right now, Giannis and Dame are just going out there and being great. See, here's the thing though. The team was already great. First of all, defensively, they fell off a lot actually. Listen, man, that's just what it is though, because you got rid of one of the best defenders in the NBA, regardless of position. So it just is what it is, man. Hold on a second. Yeah, they got rid of one of the best defenders in the NBA. So right now, they have to find a way to overcome that by playing better help defense, better team defense. And again, why don't they run pick and roll? Giannis and Dame run the pick and roll. Dame hasn't had an elite pick and roll
Since
partner
LaMarcus
ever.
Aldridge.
Since LaMarcus Aldridge. Literally since LaMarcus Aldridge. That's
LA
a fact.
fade away.
That's a fact. So it's like,
Can I ask a question though?
Sure.
Do we think that because we know that that's going to be their bread and butter in the playoffs likely, is Adrian Griffin trying to develop other action? Is he trying to run offense that gets the supporting players in rhythm so that everyone's ready to go by the playoffs, so that when we do give a heavy dose of pick and roll, our throwouts and our spot ups are ready to go? Is he trying to bring players along in the regular season? We've seen coaches try to do that before.
Yeah, but when we've seen coaches try to do it before, I don't know how successful it's actually been. My thing is, I don't know how you get comfortable playing a certain play style unless you play that play style. You have to start getting accustomed to the pick and roll. And Giannis is a talented enough player that when he gets the ball out, he can kick out to a corner shot if he has nowhere to go. Now, of course, this is Giannis. He always has somewhere to go. But I hear what you're saying, get everybody acclimated, but I don't see it working out. I mean, offensively, they're fine. Offensively, they're still a pretty good team. But if we're talking about laying out a landscape for them to really succeed with the pick and roll kind of offense, which would actually be unstoppable when they finally start to develop it and utilize it, I don't see the logic in not bringing it out now. Why wouldn't you want to be guns blazing? It's not like there's a risk of injury. It's not like there's a risk of guys aren't going to know their spots or something if they start right now. So to me, if that is the plan, it's a dumb plan. Get gold right now and then keep gold.
Well, you say that he always has somewhere to go, but this is actually what I was commenting on live. I feel like Giannis isn't surrounded with the same kind of spacing he's had in the past. Outside of Malik Beasley, who, of course, has shed his Laker three-point shooting curse and is shooting 46.8% from
does that happen?
That's a real thing, by the way. That is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
The lights. It's the lights. It's got to be the lights.
I think the gold on the jersey is like it's blinding. Oh, see, that's a topic for another day. That is a topic for another day. We can get into that.
As a hot take specialist.
When that ball comes from that man, your palms a little sweaty. You know you got to make that, or you might have to buy a new house tomorrow.
I'm saying that's a fact.
Because he trades people like this.
You heard?
And I'm talking about the GM. I'm talking about La GM. He does the trades himself.
No, we know. Absolutely. So Malik Beasley figured out how to shoot again.
Yeah, wait, hold on, quick. Check the IG comment. check the IG comments, man.
What they saying in the comments, bro?
Listen, for the record, on IG, it might disconnect in an hour or so. So if you want to catch the full thing, if it disconnects, we'll be on YouTube. That's the IG rule, but it is.
Yo.
I'm not seeing any comments actually. Probably because I'm not logged in.
Yeah, what they saying, Paul? What they saying?
Dead Politics says, "Why Andre Tree look underdressed?"
Hey!
Man, that's crazy.
Listen.
Crazy.
Coming down in a couple days. All right, leave me alone. I was moving. Leave me alone. I had to get a quick pickup and a quick pick down.
RJ, yo,
crying.
I don't even know what that means. RJ Levichin, did Drew not run the pick and roll with Giannis? I think he did. I don't know why they don't do it that much.
He did.
Absolutely did.
That's what I'm saying. Like we know it works.
Giannis will set the screen, and then Dame will just try to get open from the screen. He's not looking to pass. He's looking to try and get a little space to shoot every time. And
It's
just
true.
like
I
the
don't, I
Yankees,
don't know
just
why
like
they
the
don't go
Yankees.
back to
Lakers
it.
curse on the Yankees. Yo, hey, you Yankees fans, but I hope Juan Soto don't get.
This is not a
Listen.
baseball podcast.
Listen,
All right, my fault.
listen.
Go ahead.
Get that out of
Listen.
here.
Stop coming for all my teams. Listen, I watch sports
You
with a
started
lot
it,
of
though.
hope and a lot of faith because my teams scare people away from their
Mhm.
greatness, and I don't know why. I don't know why. It happened with Malik Beasley, but now he's figured it out. He's
It happened
shooting
to Russell
46
Westbrook.
point. It's facts. Malik's shooting
Wait, did you say
46.8.
it's facts? I've been trying to get you to admit that for months.
It's facts. It's clear. This
Let's go.
This man is figuring out how to Euro step again.
Let's
He's
go.
doing cutback dunks. I
Let's
don't.
go. I've been
telling
trying
you, man,
to
it's
I don't know.
LeBron, bro. I'm telling
I've been
you,
trying to get this man to
LeBron.
admit this for half a year.
No, that was definitely his own fault, though. He got in his own head about having that jersey on, and you could see it.
Crazy.
100%.
Mm.
I keep saying this number, and y'all not reacting like this is not a crazy number. 46.8% from threes.
No, that's a big number. That's a big number.
And not on two
Wait.
threes a game. He's shooting 6 threes a game, and he's
That's a
making
fact.
3
No,
of
that's
them.
That's Malik Beasley.
That's
yeah.
Malik Beasley. This man has become one of the best shooters in the league
my
all of a
God.
sudden.
overnight.
Overnight,
So,
the
so-
Milwaukee Cold. He
Adrian
stayed in the
Griffin-
gym.
Adrian Griffin's doing something right on the offense, but I don't
No, but here's the thing. He's the only one. The rest of their shooters are not performing. You got Cameron Payne at 40, but he only takes 2 a game.
Right.
Dame's down to 37. Middleton's down to 37. Bobby
What's
Portis
Giannis up to?
37. Brooke Lopez 32.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad for Brooke.
That's
very
bad. Pat Connaughton 32. Giannis at 21. So
I'm not-
it's a team average of 38, but it's being carried by
That's an improvement for
Malik
y'all.
Beasley.
I will say, go ahead, Paul.
No, I'm not mad. Like they're veterans, man. They're professional NBA players that have playoff experience and all. They're gonna get it together. I'm not. Watch
Yeah.
by like March, they're gonna start shooting like 40-something% from three. Like what?
I was just about to say the same thing. I was going to say, I
Yeah.
feel like as the season is about to go on, they're going to get better. And at the same time, they've had like a couple of injuries. I think mostly Middleton. I think he's just not getting back to the lineup consistently. I think they're going to be good with the threes. They're going to be all right.
They got that boy, what's his name?
Improve the
Beauchamp?
defense, and they'll be good. What do you say about Beauchamp?
I like the way he plays. I'm not gonna lie. I think they got some good pieces over there. They just have to learn how to mesh as a team.
Beauchamp is definitely a dog. I think as he gains confidence, his defensive effort is going to be very valuable for them. And I think that shot is going to be one that sneaks up on a lot of defenses. A lot of defenses are going to choose him to be the one to take the shot, and I think he can knock a good amount of those down.
Yeah,
I
they got
see in
good
the-
over there.
Yeah, they're definitely not bad. I just that was probably the biggest trade of the summer, I would say.
100%.
And they've had somewhat of a quiet season, I would say. No, not really loud, sort of just taking care of business. But again, they have losses to the Knicks. They have losses to the Bulls. They have some bad losses.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if we check in. The comments, my man Levy Chin is saying Dame is a distributor. I don't know
Weird.
about that.
He distributes buckets.
Right.
If you
Buckets.
think about it, you were saying this is the best pick and roll partner Dame has ever had. If you really a point guard distributor, that would mean this would be a year for you to average somewhere in the 8 to 10 assists. No,
I'm thinking 10 with a guy like Giannis.
Dame is at 6.8.
That's easy.
10 is crazy for Dame. Wait, what was he's at 6.8 right now?
He's at 6.8.
That's actually that's more than I expected. Dame takes a lot of shots.
Yeah, that's
It feels like at least when I'm watching, it feels like he takes a lot of shots. But 6.8 is actually really good for him. I didn't even expect it to be that high.
I mean, that's his career average. His career average is 6.7. So there's really been no
change.
The most he ever averaged was 8, and that was in 2019-20.
Who's on that team in 2019-20?
That's what I'm saying. If you can get 8 assists with that roster, and he can't, like, what is this? Maybe it is. They're not doing enough pick and roll because
That's
how
the
are you
thing.
not averaging 8 with this team?
I don't know.
The fact that his career is 6.8 is shocking to me. When I watch Dame play, it doesn't even
Yeah,
look
it's
like
a fact. I don't see him throw that many passes. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I always thought like I never checked it because I was just so confident that it was around the 5s, like legitimately like pushing like a 4.9 to 5.3, like never higher than that. 6.8 is kind of crazy for Dame with the high clip of shots he takes. This guy was averaging 30 for like years.
The ceiling is in hell if 6.8 is great for a point guard.
No. It's not great for a point guard. It's great for Dame specifically.
Facts.
That's like Steph. I don't expect Steph to have a high career assist number because he shoots at such a high clip.
But Steph is, I would say, probably more recognized as a distributor.
Right.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, that's because of who he's running next to, right? He has Clay, and the expectation of Clay, who averages like 21, is you're getting like 4 or 5 assists just off Clay alone. Get one to Draymond, and there you go.
Wait, you said Steph is recognized as a distributor?
More
As
of a
like
distributor.
more of a natural passer, no? The more natural skill passer, wouldn't you say?
I agree.
With more ability, yes. But he that man, these guys are shooting guards parading as point guards, man.
Talk about it.
This is what they are. They are shooting guards parading as. Listen, Draymond's a point guard. Giannis is more of a point guard than Dame.
That's kind of crazy.
I don't know about that.
That's a
Giannis with the driving. At least he's driving and kicking more than Dame.
That's a little much. I'm not gonna hold you.
Boy, I listen, man. Giannis is driving and kicking to Brook Lopez and Malik Beasley and them way more than Dame.
Dead Politics said, nah, chill. Steph is a pure PG. We said we had Dame at a career 6.8, Steph at a career 6.4.
Pure PG. Get out of here.
6.4.
Pure PG.
Pure PG is crazy. You know who's a pure PG? This is when I think of pure PG, the first name that comes to mind, probably because of recency bias, Rajon Rondo. That is a
Of
pure
course.
PG.
He was the last great one.
Yeah, 100%. And I
What
haven't
about
seen
Chris Paul? Chris Paul?
No, not Chris Paul as much because he shoots way more. I'm talking about guys that's giving. He's literally Rajon Rondo. He's not even looking to score at any point in the game. He's not.
Did you just say Chris Paul's not a pure point guard?
No, he is, but he's not the first for me to come to mind.
That's nuts.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Is that not? Wait,
that's
is that
fair.
not?
No, that's fair. When I think of pure point guard, I do think of Rondo first, but Chris Paul's probably the second greatest pure point guard of all time.
Well, maybe I heard that because I thought Alan was saying not Chris Paul, like first to come to mind.
I mean, yeah, I think Chris Paul should be like 1 or 2 first come to mind, especially if you think about it like today.
Yeah.
Pure point guards.
But for sure the first, probably because like I stopped watching basketball at like 2005. When I got back into it in 2008, every highlight pass was Rondo, so it's like cemented in my mind. It was like that for like a decade.
Rondo was that guy.
That's a fact.
He had a triple-double every Sunday afternoon on
Every
ABC.
Sunday afternoon.
On ABC, you could book it 3 p.m. You could turn on your TV, and this man Rondo was gonna have a triple-double in the Garden: 11 points, 17 assists, 14 rebounds.
Correct.
Ray Allen was gonna have 4 threes.
Correct.
KG was gonna have 17 chest beats and headbutts.
17 chest headbutts is hilarious. This man, who did he say he was? What was that one Christmas game? Was it to Melo's wife?
Oh no!
That was crazy. That was crazy.
We can't acknowledge that. We can't acknowledge that.
That was really wild.
That
But
narrative is for the
speaking of-
streets. My brother Melo has a pod now. If he'd like to address that story and clear
I
it
would
up,
like him to address it.
we would defer to that platform. But that we are not gonna dive into the gutter here.
Speaking of Rondo, he just came out and said he thinks Dwayne Wade tried to break his elbow that 1 year. I think that was a Christmas
He
Day game.
definitely did.
He did.
I think so too.
He definitely did.
He says no hard feelings though. They were teammates after that. He says no hard feelings, but he definitely tried to break my elbow.
He's a real one for that.
Rondo is one of the most classic villain to friend characters in
100%.
NBA history. Everyone he beats with in the league, other than Chris Paul, he eventually became friends with.
Yeah, Chris Paul's still.
Because him and Chris Paul really shot the
It's
fair
real
one.
beef.
Yeah,
It's
that's
real
it
beef
is.
with them. It's real
They
beef
really
with them.
swung on each other.
Like they can't see each other outside for real.
Paul, your mic is off, bro.
Your mic is off.
Oh yeah. I got a button on my mic. Yeah, but no, I said brothers got involved and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
That's a fact.
But to the
Oh,
wait,
Russ too.
Rondo
Russ
also
too.
has beef with
Russ
yeah,
too.
Westbrook.
Yeah, I
Right.
forgot Russ too.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey.
definitely. Russ.
I don't know. I don't remember that one.
See, that's how you know who the real pure point guards are, because Rajon Rondo has beef.
Facts. Isaiah Thomas.
That's
Yeah.
he's like there's real
Oh,
competition. There's real
true.
bad blood between them. He doesn't have bad blood for
Wait.
anyone that's not trying to do what he's trying to do.
Russ is a pure point guard.
100%.
Nah, you
Here
better.
we go.
Hey, hey.
A pure point guard.
Man averaged 11 assists for like 5 seasons.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Nah.
What does that mean?
Nah.
Come on,
Here
bro.
we go.
Perimeter
Come on,
defense on lock, looking to
What's
set
the
up.
ball
guys.
another-
What does that mean? What does
Come
that
on,
mean?
man.
These
looking to
Westbrook
come
fans
down
feeling
and
emboldened.
basketball games. He's looking to facilitate at a high clip. He's looking to get what was that boy's name? What's that boy's name? He was from
Tabo
Turkey.
Cephalosha, the
Tabo
worst
Cephalosha.
shooting guard in NBA history. The worst shooting guard in NBA history.
And he made him look so nice. He made him.
Win.
Pablo Cephalosha. Shout out
Nah.
Pablo Cephalosha.
Nah, you know who he made look nice? I can't remember this guy's name. He played on the Celtics. He was like wanted by Turkey like years ago.
Oh, and it's cancer.
Yeah,
He make a big look good.
He made him look very
No.
nice.
Sorry, it's not. It's freedom, and it's
Freedom.
And it's
Yeah.
freedom. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and
that
it's
is
freedom.
freedom.
He made Mr.
All right,
Freedom
all
look
right.
very free. Let me say
It's
that.
LeBron's number one op.
Oh yeah, that's a
That's
fact.
Ah.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh God.
Every 6 months he comes out like just for the record. F LeBron, just for the record.
He be talking like LeBron owned Nike.
That ass.
Hey man, you listen, man. He makes some points. I like LeBron, but I mean,
This is a LeBron and Nike friendly podcast, so we're
That's
gonna
a
leave
fact.
that one where it is. as well.
that's a fact. Well, I'm just saying.
Nike, holla at us.
Let me say this. My thoughts are representative of me and me alone. It's not representative of
He
the
doesn't represent
podcast.
us. He doesn't
Alright.
represent us.
Nah,
Yeah.
it doesn't represent Andre, Allen, and bro. It represents.
Just to go back to Russ real quick to tie that one off. If Dame and Steph are shooting guards masquerading as point guards, Russell Westbrook was a small forward masquerading as a point guard
That's a
for a
fact. That's a
decade.
fact.
baby LeBron.
That's a fact. Maybe LeBron. That's correct. Now, all the stuff I was saying about a pure point guard, that was just fun. That was just fun. I know.
But going back to the because we got a comment on YouTube talking about Dame was on. RJ says that Dame was on a team that was trying to rebuild with a star for 3 years, and he
More
said
than
he's
3
a
years.
victim of the system or lack thereof, unlike Curry. Yes, but at the same time, I think it's a coaching. I'm not holding Dame accountable for how he plays. Like I'm not saying he plays bad, because to me, it's not bad if you're a point guard, if you're a shooting guard masquerading as a point guard.
No,
But
not at
I'm
all.
just saying you're a shooting guard masquerading as a point guard. So therefore, I'm just saying it is what it is.
That's
And
just
I
the
think
game
the
today.
I think that say that again.
That's just the game today.
Facts,
Most of the point
facts.
guards like that.
Facts. Shout out Jalen Brunson, man. Same way, point guard, but he's really a shooting guard. He's score first. These guys are score first.
See, when I think shooting guard masquerading as point guard, though, I really think of like the Brunsons and the Kyries of the world, where like they not even their game isn't even thinking like a point guard. Like they attack from the wings. They don't even attack from top. They don't even attack in pick and roll. They ISO. Like Dame and Steph, like they are pick and roll players. So like there's some point guard essence to the way they play the game. You
Wait
know
a
what I mean?
I would say Steph is slightly more of a catch and shoot guy than a pick and roll player.
I think his greatness is that he's both. He's like equally both.
He is both. Right.
He's
But if
both.
I had to say one, I would say running off of a bunch of screens to catch and
Yeah.
shoot the ball.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'll give you that. Yeah, that's fair. Not Dame though. Dame is all off the dribble. He's
Right.
all off the bounce work.
Every highlight that man has.
That's part of the offensive deficiencies of the system that they have on the Bucks, man.
You're
Like,
right.
Yeah, because this
You're
isn't.
right.
This isn't
you shouldn't have to do that all the time anymore. That was bad basketball.
Correct. That's part of that's what he has to get accustomed to. And not to say he has to change his game a whole lot, but he would benefit from watching a lot of Steph tape.
Oh, he
High
would not
key.
like-
High
he would not like to
key.
hear that at all.
He would hate to hear that, but he does need to
I'm
learn
saying though.
how to
Like he's Steph's son or something. That sounds crazy. That's crazy.
Oh,
I'd be tight if I was there and I heard that. I'd be tight. Like
I'm-
like,
I'm-
something.
Yo, we're about to have a fifth box come in. I heard y'all talking some smack about me. Hold on.
Name this song coming out soon. Against
Dame
Fat
this-
Boy.
don't do that.
Name this song. Nah, no diss. Listen.
What
Great
you
one.
mean? We got a rapper right here. We going right back at him. What you mean?
Hey,
Yo,
Allen, I love Allen, man. This guy he wants all the smoke, no inhalers, not running from nothing.
The fact.
But yeah, man, I think it's really as simple as them just running more pick and roll in my
Yeah, no, I agree. It's a simple fix, but that only fixes the offense. Their defense needs a lot of work. And I don't know where it starts because, as Ro pointed out, they still have two like really legitimate, solid paint defenders. I'm not sure. Maybe I have to watch a little bit more Bucks tape to figure it out. Maybe they're pushing them out more to get Giannis guarding more between the perimeter and like 15 feet within the back. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but they're giving up too many baskets.
Yeah, defense is the biggest issue. Yeah.
It's a big issue. It's a big. But my thing is, and this is what I was kind of. This is where I was kind of going with it when I was talking about like their paint defense is so bad, but it also attributes to the perimeter because if your paint defense is that bad, I'm at least hoping you're playing 5 out defensively that guys have no choice but to swarm the paint, right? That's not what's happening. Teams are still getting off on both sides. So where is the breakdown coming from a cultural perspective for this team?
You think it's breaking down completely?
Not completely, but last year I would say they're probably in the top 5 defensively. Now they're number 18.
Yeah, because you got rid of Drew Holiday. I thought the Bucks were
13 spots?
Yes.
I mean,
let me say that. Coach Paul back. Hold on. Let me
Coach Paul, tell me something. I know Drew Holiday is box office when it comes to defense. I know that for a fact. I know he's one of the best defenders. But 13 spots to change the whole culture of a team. It's not like Giannis is some whatever. He's also defensive juggernaut. So I don't understand how that changes everything.
They also started playing a whole new defensive scheme this year. Like the players had a meeting with the coach and be like, "Whoa, like we used to play Brook Lopez and like drop coverage. We gotta get back to that." And they just started going back to that. So it's a whole like shift in the philosophy and like scheme and schematics.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, Coach Bud was big on defense. You could tell from the way because before he came, also people don't remember this. They were bad for years. And then Bud came in and they instantly, literally was overnight, became one of the best defensive teams in the league.
Hold on, let me say this though, right? Forget Coach Bud. This is Coach Paul, man. Listen. Listen, man. When you're at the point of attack, right? If you don't have somebody there to at least slow them down, the whole defense is messed up. So the point of attack would be the person that's carrying the ball up the court, basically the point guard, and initiating the offense, right? If you don't have somebody there to bother the point guard, your defense is going to significantly drop. Even if you have a great help defender like a Giannis or Brook Lopez, it doesn't matter because that defender is going to have to leave somebody open to go and play help.
Right. Now
with Drew, listen. A lot of these point guards out here are bad defenders. That's
correct.
Really
correct.
Like
you can attack for so many teams, you can attack through the point guard.
Yeah. Like Dame is not a great defender, man.
He's not a good defender. Forget great. He's not a good defender.
I can't lie, man. It's not saying he's not an all-time great, but defensively,
he'll get exposed. Particularly, you know what's going to be.
And I think that's part of what's happening right now because when you team up with great players, you have to play defense unless you're the guy on that team. You see what I'm saying? Like Chris Bosh, right? He became more of a defender when he went to the Heat, right? And it's not nobody was talking about Chris Bosh's defense on the Raptors,
right?
You see what I'm saying? But on the Heat now, because he's playing help, you're not scoring enough to offset your defensive deficiency. So right now, what we see is Dame is second to Giannis on that team, right? Dame has to be a better defender now because offensively, yes, he's still scoring the same amount of points, but it's like you're not the catalyst for the offense.
Right.
Giannis is. You know what I'm saying? So now you have to play better defense, and he's not that. He's just kind of small, man. It's not like he's slower. He's just kind of small.
No, he is small. He's 6'2". He's done. Have you guys seen him in real life? Because I went to a Bucks Nets game.
Oh, you got.
Let me tell you something. He looks small. He looks like Jalen
That's
Brunson.
your boy. It said, wait, hold on.
That's
Somebody said that Steph Curry averages 6.4 assists. Is this true?
Yeah, that is true. That is
Yeah,
true.
Farrell said that. Farrell said
Farrell
that.
said that. But let me, unless we've exhausted this topic, welcome back, my brother.
Thank you.
You came back in time just to hear me say, since we're talking about the worst defense in the league, I can't help but think of the worst team, possibly in league history. What the hell is going on with the Pistons, man?
It's not possible.
What the hell is going on?
That is crazy.
This is the worst team I've ever seen. 28 last night.
They're not worse than the Nets.
You know what? You know what? Huh?
They're not worse than the Nets from back in the day.
Chill.
Back in the day.
By record, they are.
By record, they are.
Don't bring up hard times for me, Paul. That was a hard
28. First and foremost, watch your mouth. Secondly, 2-28.
Watch your mouth. I'm talking about the New Jersey Nets, not the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, that's a fact. But
You didn't care about the Nets when they were in New Jersey.
because it's the history. It's the whole team. You take
Send the
whole
Nets
team,
back
the
to
whole
New Jersey.
franchise.
You see these fake Nets fans out here
Not
talking
fake.
about, hey,
It's not
watch
fake.
your mouth. I
It's
wasn't
been
even talking
for
about
the
your
last
team. That
6
team was
years.
somewhere else.
Man, that's been for the last 6 years, man. Come on now.
All right.
Let me tell you something. It's not a race right now. Everybody knows that they're going to beat the Pistons. It's not even a contest. In like 3 games, they're going to lose to every single team in the NBA. The real contest is who's going to be the first to lose to them. Everyone's trying to avoid that. Nobody wants to be that team because that team will be labeled as hot garbage. All right, no one's
The
going
Washington Wizards.
No. Hey,
Man, that's gonna be like the worst game to watch like ever.
Two of the 5 guys that are out for.
I will never watch a game like that.
I would watch it.
Watch the Wizards this year.
I would watch it just for fun. I want to see how bad
That's
they
what
can
I'm
be.
about.
I know the answer. Here's the thing. Besides Cade Cunningham and what's his name?
Jaden Ivey.
Who?
Jaden Ivey.
No, not him. Not Ivy. He's the.
Y'all see this? Wait, hold on. Y'all see this game? That's the highlights are being shown. They were up by like 19.
Yes, they're up in this game. By halftime, they're up by like almost 20 points. It was crazy.
Let me just say this, okay? Dwight Howard isn't on an NBA team right now. Isaiah Thomas isn't on an NBA team. DeMarcus Cousins isn't on an NBA team. These guys on the Pistons all have NBA contracts, and they're trash. They're absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. You know what they need to do? You know how we used to joke that the NBA was full of janitors and mailmen back in the 60s with Bill Russell? The Pistons did it. They got janitors and custodians and milkmen out here pretending to be NBA players. They're garbage. They need to go back to delivering. They're not delivering buckets. They're trash.
Put a name on that bullet. Who's a milkman?
Who's a milkman?
Forget the milkman. Who's the milkman?
That's crazy.
Forget. Pause.
Hey, wait a minute.
Put a name on that bullet. Who is delivering milk?
I can't.
Yo!
Hey. I can't say that. Come on, man.
Okay, who is mopping floors? Who's a janitor on the roster?
Let me pull up the roster.
I have it here. Cade Cunningham, Asar Thompson, Jalen Duren, Boyan Bogdanovic,
Jaden. So nice, and I don't understand what's going on over there.
All right, Jaden Ivey, James Wiseman, Killian Hayes,
Monty
Isaiah
Williams,
Stewart.
he needs to go back to cleaning some floors, bro. I don't know what's going on with this man.
Who?
Monty Williams.
Here we go.
Show my man Monty.
You're not right, though.
Man.
You know you're not right.
I knew this was gonna come too.
Listen, I love black. Listen, I'm here to support every black coach in the NBA. I'm here to support them, but he can't support us right now.
He got to the finals 2 years ago, didn't he?
Come on,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know who we got to the finals with? Chris Paul and Devin Booker. I'm never impressed.
And look at them now. And look at the Suns now.
That's a fact.
KD.
What did the Suns do before Monty got there? Remember how whack they were?
That's true. No, but I put that more on Chris Paul.
Shout out
He turned that team around. And then they waived him like nothing. Like nothing. What's his name? Is Mo Bamba on the Pistons too? Am I bugging?
No. You know who is on the Pistons? Isaiah Stewart.
Isaiah Stewart's more concerned about starting fights with people than playing NBA basketball.
Watch your mouth.
Why? Is he going to punch me?
He comes looking for podcasters, apparently.
Oh, does he? Listen,
Are
bro.
you serious?
Listen,
That
listen.
hilarious.
Isaiah Stewart, I'll at you at any time. You can at me at any time.
Hey,
I know you're trash. I know you want to.
That man is speaking on behalf of himself and
That's
not
correct.
the Fast Breaks platform.
Now, Fast Breaks back me. Let's go.
Hey, no, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. I'm not man. No.
Listen, he's not gonna fight. He can't take us all at the same time. Let's go.
Yo, so Paul brought up that old Nets team that was trash that had a 196 win percentage. And Alan, I'm sorry if these names bring you any trauma, but I'm looking at the roster. Tony Battier.
Hey. Hey.
Bruh.
Hey, man.
Josh Boone.
Josh who?
Josh Boone.
Josh Boone. Oh my god.
We don't know about Josh Boone. Leave that man alone.
Keon Dooling.
1.7 a game. Leave him alone.
Keon Dooling.
Chris Douglas Roberts there?
Chris Douglas Roberts.
Douglas Roberts.
No way.
That's the fuck.
You
You know these
God,
guys,
Devin
Andre?
Harris.
Huh? You know these guys, Mets fans?
I know.
I remember all these names.
I know you do. but
I
there's
remember
the-
them for
there's
sure.
so-called
I remember
Brooklyn
these
Nets fan,
team.
though.
This team, yo.
That
The
was it.
God Devin Harris had the most park jump shot I've ever seen in the pros in my life. That jump shot comes straight from West 4th Street. Trenton Hassel, Jarvis Hayes, the hated one, Chris Humphreys.
Chris Humphries.
Man,
Yeah,
was
not
the
even
most
here.
famous. Was the most famous net for about 37 days.
Correct. Legitimately, a legit 37 calendar days, too.
Courtney Lee.
Courtney
young
No,
Lee.
Courtney Lee is a legend on any block.
Lee.
Courtney Lee is a legend on any and every block.
He was a
We
shooter.
need,
He
we
was a
need
shooter.
Courtney Lee on the Knicks, man. We need him back on the
Post up Brooke Lopez.
Let's
Knicks. Facts. That's a different play.
Let's
Double, no defense having Brooke Lopez.
go. Let's go.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden he's one of the best defenders in the NBA.
Facts.
He violated the Nets. How do you
Double-
feel about this? Alan?
Double, he couldn't jump.
You said what?
He couldn't. He got 10 rebounds. He couldn't jump.
That's
That's
a
a
fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Chris Quinn, Bobby Simmons. Oh
Yeah,
man.
Come on.
So the Nets are used to B. Simmons's wasting roster spots.
Correct. Correct.
Wow.
Let me say one thing about Ben Simmons because
No, oh,
no, you said it. You said it. You opened the door. You opened the door.
There
It'll be
we
quick.
go.
It'll be quick. It'll be quick.
Wait, do you remember who the coach was at the time? I can't remember who the coach was.
Kiki Vandeweghe.
Kiki Vanderbilt was the coach.
Wow.
I don't even remember that. That's crazy.
Nah, I don't remember. Yeah, wait, yeah. I think that was before.
Kiki Vandeweghe.
He was
Nah,
actually
that was probably the last year they let him do it, and they probably got rid of him after
For
that.
sure.
Tall enough.
Oh no, I'm lying. It was Lawrence Frank, but they had
Right.
Kiki. They had Kiki as a head assistant. Yeah,
Okay.
head assistant.
yeah, it was definitely Lawrence Frank. Lawrence Frank ran that franchise for like a
Into the
decade and
ground.
a half. Yo, but these last two names, Nets legends. Terrence Williams from Louisville
Facts.
and Ejian Leon.
EGN, that was my guy.
Ejian Leon.
You're not a Nets fan if you don't know who Ejen Leon is.
You're not a real one if you
You're
don't
not a
rock with Ejian Leon.
And I'm not a Nets fan, and I know who that is. Let's go Knicks. Go ahead.
So that roster versus the Pistons roster, who's winning?
The Pistons. That team was so whack. That team was
Wait.
Who's guarding Devin Harris?
No one. No one's guarding. There's no guarding during this game.
There's no guarding.
I think Jane Ivey might get him a little bit.
People. Oh, no, he does. He didn't say nothing. He just left.
He'll be back.
Is that Paul?
It's an open
I think
forum
Jaden Ivey
here on
might get him a
Fast
little
Break.
bit. Jaden Ivey is kind of like a bigger guard. I think he get him a little bit.
If Isaiah Stewart and Tony Battier get into a fight,
Hey, here's my thing. Has Isaiah
Who's
Stewart
winning
ever actually hit anybody?
yes.
Who?
Paul, pull up an Isaiah Stewart highlight reel real quick. Pull up Isaiah Stewart.
I
Let me
don't
see
know
this.
what kind of question
You know
that
who I wish? I wish we could have seen Isaiah Stewart against some of the all-time great enforcers.
Ron Artest. Ron.
I want to see if he act that way with Ron. I want to see him do that with Ben Wallace. I want to see him do that with Boogie.
Nah, he's not doing that. But I want to see him do it with Udonis Haslem. Haslem would sit him down real quick.
Zach Randolph.
Hey, nah, he's not doing that.
Ooh,
Tyler,
Randolph is a good one.
Tyler, what's that? The crazy boy. What's his name?
Hansborough.
Tyler Hansborough. I would
Man,
like to see him
he's
get into a
fake,
fight.
bro.
I want to see him get into a fight.
He wasn't tough for real.
He wasn't tough for real.
Psycho
He was college
T.
tough. He was college tough because he had
Ben
bug
Wallace.
eyes and veins in his forehead.
Ben Wallace. Come on, man.
Psycho T.
Wait, Stewart hit 3 consecutive threes against the Nets and Barclays? You're lying.
Oh, brother.
He's a 3-point shooter now, man.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god. The league is in shambles.
No, what's
We have enforcers shooting threes.
That's crazy.
How can you even enforce from
on,
the 3-point
Draymond.
line?
Come
You can't
on, Draymond.
enforce. You can't. There's nothing to
Draymond
back
watch
up
his
at the 3-point
highlights.
line. All the action's in the paint.
That's crazy.
Oh, he took on the entire Sixers team by himself.
That's a fact.
hey. So
But honestly, where do the Pistons go? Is this an intentional tank? Are we looking to get the next great Frenchman, or is this like a talent issue with the picks? Because they have a ton of picks. They have Jaden Ivey, Cade. They got the person who I keep thinking is really Marvin Bagley, but he's James Wiseman, but they're the same player anyway.
correct.
I think it's
what do
definitely
they do?
intentional. I don't know if they wanted it to ever be like this bad, but I think it's definitely intentional. I don't know if they realized like the Wemby draft is over, like Wemby already got drafted, but
Apparently there's another one though.
but he's not supposed to be as good as like Wemby, right? Like this upcoming draft is kind of supposedly it's kind of weak. I think there's like maybe one player who might be good. I think the guy you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, the French
But,
guy.
Yeah, so I think it's a big risk to be like this bad, but I think it's intentional.
You know what's hilarious? They also have Marvin Bagley.
That's mad funny. So the fake Marvin Bagley and the real Marvin.
And the real one. They got one of them has to figure it out.
Facts.
They also have Kevin Knox, who also is a draft pick I thought was going to work out.
Yeah, Kevin Knox was disappointed on many levels. I'm not gonna lie.
Does he even play? Like,
no. All he does
Occasionally.
the NBA.
Occasionally.
Every time the
I had him on
Pistons-
fantasy for a little bit.
Every time the Pistons lose, I don't know if y'all ever see this, but there's always a picture. Maybe it's one of these NBA meme pages. There's always a picture of Kevin Knox looking dead sad. He's just like, and I see it every time they lose. I'm like, why is Kevin Knox here? He's not even in the games to make an impact. What's going on?
Oh yeah. See, this is the size up. This is the enforcer size up. We're not doing nothing. We just want to see, is you really about that? Is you really about that? Like, is it fake? They've been waiting on this matchup. The crazy thing is, you knew at the beginning of this game they gonna do it at some point. They have to see. They have to see what's up with it.
Here's the thing,
Oh
though.
my god.
Draymond swings on people. Like we don't even have to. We don't even.
Yeah, but no. All right, hold on. Who was it that said it? Who's it that said it? Look at
Udonis Haslem, probably on OG podcast.
Facts. Draymond knows who to try.
Yep.
Gilbert Arenas said it too, and Kenyon Martin.
Yep, it's clear, man.
He's going after European players.
It's a fact.
Yo, that was bait though.
Vino-
Look, that's bait though. Look, Isaiah tried to bait him. He wanted him to hit him. Look, he pulling him. They scrap up. He said, "Come here, do it. I want you to do it. Please get ejected. Get ejected."
Look at my son Dante DiVincenzo, man.
Crazy. Speaking of draft picks, we've got a couple first round draft picks that are finally panning out up north in Minnesota. They've gone through various versions of their team. They had Wiggins, they had Levine, they had Cat, they tried that. They had Wiggins, they had Conley, they had D'Lo, and they couldn't go. And now you got the Ant-Man and the Goof. The Ant-Man and the Goof.
The Goof. Who's the Goof? Who's the Goof?
Audience,
man?
I'm going to tell you right now.
Look at him directly in the camera.
This is a Rudy Gobert hate podcast.
No. We have a
You're gonna
Rudy
hear a lot
Gobert.
of Rudy Gobert hate.
Nah. That man's
Okay.
an offensive juggernaut. Don't
Let
do
me
that.
say this.
That's
Every
crazy.
team Rudy Gobert is on is always number one in the West. Every time. The
When?
Bucks need to learn from This season, last season with the not last season. I'm sorry, his last season with the Utah Jazz.
The Utah Jazz have never been number one in the West. The Utah Jazz have never been number one in the West.
You can look it up right now. I believe it was 20.
Number one seed or number one defense? You mean for some point of the year,
no,
or
I mean,
like
they ended the season as a number one seed and then they immediately got swept.
Am I laced?
Do y'all remember that?
I don't remember that. I know they always had a high seed though. They always had a high seed. I think
it was the 2019-2020 season. Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, but anyway, Timberwolves number one right now.
Oh wow, they were.
I'm saying it's surprising. People don't believe me when I say
2021.
That's what it was. Okay, that's what
it was. The 20. Oh, that year don't count.
Down.
That year does not count.
What's going on? Why are we watching the Timberwolves? I don't want to see the Timberwolves
because they're the number one seed in the West. They finally have figured out a combination of stars that work. Do we think they're a real contender?
No.
What is a real contender?
The Nuggets are a real contender. The Celtics are a real contender. The Bucks are a real contender.
A real contender just means you have a chance to win the chip. I think like a legitimate chance to win the chip. Like you could compete with the other top teams in the West, or like the other top teams in your conference, and you're a viable option to get to the finals. I think that's what a contender is to me.
I think contender means that you're built with enough talent and skill that teams cannot easily defend you in the playoffs, making you a real threat. And also your stars are mature enough and cohesive enough to make a run. Because I think there's a ton of teams that like are talented enough that could make a run. Like OKC could make a run. Think about the Hawks in 22 making the run to the conference finals. Like there's a ton of teams that can make a run. But I think contender means that like you make a run, and when you reach adversity, like you're built to overcome it. Like, and someone's gonna have to actually beat you. They're not just gonna out talent you. They have to defeat you.
Look, I think from talent wise, this team is great. They have a lot of pieces that are put together, and they're coming together right now. But there's a thing that happens with playoff basketball and experience where maybe next year, but I don't personally see this team. I'll give them second round. That's fine. They're not going to the finals. And if they do, I would love to see what happens. I really would, because they have to figure out. To this day, I don't know, like, if Gobert can take Jokic. Like,
He can.
I need to find it because right now, Nuggets are playing. They're going back to the finals. But see, I'm not. Go ahead. I don't think it's close. I still think they're the best team in the West right now. I think they're the best run. I think the only thing that's going to hurt them right now is Aaron Gordon is out. But once he gets back, the team's complete, equipped, and ready to go back to the finals. That's the competition right now.
You see, my thing is this, right? Sometimes it's about matchups, and I think I've been thinking about this. The Timberwolves might be the best matchup.
I was going to say the same thing
for the Nuggets.
I was going to say the same thing, Paul. Me and Paul right here. I was going to say the same thing.
Man, Coach Allen, listen, man. They might think about it, right? If Rudy Gobert can't hold Jokic,
you don't need him to.
Karl Anthony Towns.
I disagree. I don't know if either of them can do it.
Now, I'm not saying they can, but I'm saying if you look at everybody in the NBA, they have two guys who have a decent chance of making Jokic work. Like Jokic did not work in the fight. The reason that Jokic doesn't care much about that finals from last year is because he didn't have to work for it. He didn't have to work for it. Like it was so easy for him. He'll get the ball, shoot. What the reason he was hitting all them fadeaways, one leg dirt fadeaways.
His band is like in his chest. He can't get a hand up here.
You can't get a hand up, and then if you can get a hand up, you're too small for him. You see what I'm saying? Like he has a post game, he could do a lot of different things, but he didn't have to do any of that.
That's a fact.
But now, when you play against Rudy Gobert, he's probably gonna get abused, but at least he's gonna have to work. You see what I'm saying?
You gotta put in the work.
Carl Anthony Towns is a center, honestly.
I
He wanna be a power forward,
honestly
but he's a center.
wonder.
But
Hold on, I
real
wanna say
quick, on top of everything else that Paul is saying, the biggest thing for the Nuggets is like they have a bunch of wings that Jokic likes to like pass to. That's his bag. He likes to obviously pass to. He likes to have his wings like do all like get the buckets. Minnesota probably has like the best like defensive lineups like against that specifically. Like as long as they like lock up the wings, like Jokic could go out there and get whatever he wants. That's not how the Nuggets like win their games. Once like Jokic is like out there facilitating and like running everything, that's how they really won the chip last year. And I really feel like Minnesota is the best team made up to like protect against that. So even if Gobert gets abused out there, the wings won't lock up all the other players out there, and it's the best matchup against them. So
there's only one other team with comparable wing depth in the league. Do y'all know which team that is?
Raptors?
No, that relevant team.
Wing depth, 76ers.
Lakers.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Lakers.
Yeah,
but AD's your center, so he's gonna get a. He's gonna get a.
Not the way he moving this year. Not the way he moving this
I'm not gonna lie.
I can't wait to get the Nuggets.
I'm not gonna lie. AD's impressed me this year. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
the other thing I wanted to say about the Timberwolves, the problem with having two bigs to be able to rotate on the Nuggets, and this is why the Nuggets are constructed so well. They're constructed almost more classically, but like 2000s, like 2010s classic, not the 2020s super small. The 2010s classic build where you have a forward who is the right height but is mobile, and that's Aaron Gordon. Because if Cat is guarding Jokic, Gobert has to play Aaron Gordon. I don't think Rudy Gobert can guard Aaron Gordon.
He can't. And for the record, can I just go back to one thing? Because I wanted to look up the stats. I was interested. In the last 10 games that Jokic and Gobert have been stacked up against, these are how many points that Jokic has dropped. 25, 20, 24, 25, 24, 24, 47, 35, 30, 30, 28.
Cook.
Gobert's not doing anything to
Cook.
But nobody's gonna hold like Jokic. You just gotta make him work for it. That's it. No one can hold him.
I don't think
you give the Timberwolves a shot to beat the Nuggets. You think Anthony Edwards is not gonna put up a good?
That's Michael Jordan's son. Of course he is.
That was my question. Is he ready? That because when I talk about contenders, I say your stars are mature enough and cohesive enough to lead through adversity. Anthony Edwards is very young still.
He's very immature.
Do you think he's ready to be the best player on a championship team?
I think he wants to be.
I think he is.
He wants to be, but is he ready?
I don't know if Karl Anthony Towns is ready to help him.
Karl Anthony Towns is
and it should be backwards.
It should be.
But Karl Anthony Towns ready to be like man, that's crazy.
You said, say that again?
You don't think he's ready to be like a second man? Like,
I don't know, man.
I understand you want
the first thing what's his name? First thing Karl Anthony Towns needs to do is pick which voice he's gonna stick with. And then after he does that,
that's hate.
He needs to settle down. He needs to settle down and figure out how to be a great number two. Because here's the thing. He doesn't have
he's doing that now.
Huh?
I think he's finally doing that.
In the regular season, the real test comes in the playoffs.
You can say the same for Ant, though.
Yeah.
We got a taste of it last year, but now, like, there's even
what Paul Pierce say?
Another year of scouting.
Wait, what you say?
You remember what Paul Pierce said? I don't want a taste of it.
Oh, no. You skip it over.
That's what that man wanted.
I don't remember that at all. But
I remember he called game. That's what I remember. He called game.
I called game.
But yeah, I mean, they gave the Nuggets a great first round test. But is Ant ready to? Can Ant dissect the defense?
Dissect the defense, as in like make the right read.
When he goes up against a real contender that has crafted a whole defensive scheme for him, can he not only still get his off, but execute in a way that the team is efficient and effective?
I haven't seen it.
Do we see Ant as that level of player yet? Is he a top 5 player? Is he?
It's,
How do you win?
it's tough because
Whoa.
I've seen
Can
him.
you win a championship without a top 5 player on your roster?
No.
Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, I was gonna say if the rest of the team is good enough, you can. If the rest
That
of the
was
team is good
that
enough.
was
was
20
dark
years ago.
That well, also the Dallas Mavericks against Miami Heat.
Dirk was a top 7 player in the NBA for
Yeah,
sure.
but he's not top 5, and that's the definition we're using.
He rose his level to top 5. In
No.
those playoffs, you couldn't tell me he wasn't a top 5 player in the playoffs.
No.
that year.
Was Paul
Kobe,
Pierce?
LeBron, D Wade.
D Wade was D Wade. It was Dirk. Dirk was right there. Dirk, KD.
2011, KD.
Wait,
No,
Paul
not-
asked a good one. Paul Pierce, was he top 5 when they won the chip? But that
Yes.
was 2000.
In the playoffs.
In the
In the
playoffs.
playoffs, yeah.
Okay,
In the
all right,
playoffs,
all
yeah.
right. If you limited it to the playoffs, then it depends on what.
Right,
they
yeah,
do.
then all right.
He was a top 5 player in those playoffs.
I
yeah, for
think
sure.
I think there are about 15 to 20 players that are capable of playing like top 5 players.
I
in the
agree.
playoffs right now.
Is
That's a
Ant
fact.
one of them? Is
Yeah,
Ant one of
I
them?
think he is.
He played well last year. Look at how he played last year.
I mean, what did he do last year?
Ball, your mic is off. Fix your button.
Is my mic off?
It was
It's
off.
not off, but it's kind of low.
Is it higher now?
It's higher now.
All right.
Anthony Edwards playoff stats.
Please.
Last year he averaged 31, 5, and 5.
Oh,
telling
on
you,
48 from the field and 34
yeah.
from 3.
He got it. He got
I
it.
did not
You might
forget
be ready.
what he did last year.
That's
might be
one
ready.
series though, and he lost it.
What
did
series? Who were the rest again? Was it
The
Thunder?
Nuggets. The
Nuggets.
Nuggets.
Well, I mean, hey, wait a minute. So that's the thing. Now go
Yeah,
back
but
to
they're
that series
better
and
now.
tell me what Gobert did.
Oh, actually, I remember now. That was their toughest series, wasn't it?
Yes,
They
it
said they all
was.
said it was their toughest series. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Hey, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert about to lock up Joey.
I have yet to see.
Hey,
it.
shout out my boy Nas Reed. You know what it is.
Shout out Nas Reed, man.
Just so y'all know. I'm gonna
Nah,
shout
I
out
got
every
him in my
time.
fantasy too.
I'm
Nas-
gonna shout him out every time.
He
That's the
from Dark
hometown.
City.
Dark City.
Next
I already
city.
know what's up. I
So,
already know
hold
what's up.
on. Throw it up, Alan.
It's in
Represent.
New Jersey.
Represent.
I'm not gonna throw it up, but y'all already know what it is. I'm gonna shout it out every time. Every time I'm gonna shout it out. Shout out the hometown.
Yeah.
Be proud of you, boy. Keep going.
Yeah.
Now Nas Reed is nice though.
Yeah.
I love Reed. All right, but if we look at these standings, let's really think about their path, right? If the standings holds and 7 through 10 is the play-in, you got Pelicans, Lakers. Lakers are winning that; they're going to get the 7th seed, and then Suns, Rockets. Suns are
Why you think the Pelicans? I agree with you.
they're losing that. Yeah,
No
they're
point
losing that.
fighting it.
They're losing that. Lakers got 7, and then Suns, Rockets. Who y'all picking?
Suns.
I got the Suns as well. I know Paul has the Rockets.
That's a fact.
What? Listen, we can make all the jokes we
Alan,
want.
Alan, you're
Durant will still
muted.
smoke him like a Philly blunt. Like I'm not.
Let me hear this music again. You said Suns, Rockets.
Yeah, who you picking? Suns, Rockets.
Okay, I might go with the Rockets too. I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
Wow. So we got
I
a
think-
dead split. So let's play it out the Rockets way because that's more fun, right? The Rockets, because I would love to see the Suns lose the play-in. That'd be hilarious.
If they lose the play-ins,
That would be
they hope
comedy.
there's call an apology.
Because I want to see Kevin Durant ask for another trade.
What can he do?
Man.
He's gonna have to go to the Lakers. He's gonna say, "LeBron, please save me."
Where is he gonna go?
The
It's-
Lakers.
It's time.
Where are you gonna go if you lose with
The
Suns?
Celtics.
No, he's gonna go.
Oh my god!
They're playing good ball over there. The Timberwolves, they playing good ball over there.
Can you imagine if you? Yeah, I'm tight.
No, he's,
I'm
you know,
excited.
actually, you know where he's actually gonna go. I know everyone's sleeping on this. He's going back to the Thunder if he leaves.
Oh,
No,
yo,
no,
Hakeem.
Oh,
where he's going.
nah.
Yo, I'm coming home.
I
I'm
can see
coming
him
home.
doing
It's
that.
his
You're
I'm
not
coming
good
home.
enough. You're not
Yes.
good enough. You're not
I
good
can
enough.
see him
You know
You
doing
guys
that.
are finally good enough to warrant my return. I'm back.
Yo, that'd be fun.
Somebody tell them I'm
But
back.
for who though? Not SGA. For Giddy?
They got it for who? Not for Chet.
For
No.
Giddy then?
Actually, it's gonna be Gideon and mad picks. It's gonna be mad picks because
Gideon.
Send them to
Gideon
Arizona
Pigs?
where the laws are looser.
Yo.
Next topic.
So the Rockets beat the Suns. So we have the Pelicans versus the Rockets for the A seed. Who you got?
Say it one more time. I can't. I'm thinking. I'm just laughing too much. I'm sorry.
Pelicans versus Rockets for the AFC. Who you taking?
That's
If
tough.
Listen, if the Rockets manage to beat the Suns, I'm taking the Rockets.
Over the Pelicans?
Are we? I thought the Lakers. I thought you put Lakers over Pelicans.
Well, that's how it works. The 7-8 play one
Oh,
game,
right,
and
right,
the
right,
loser
right.
gets to play the winner of 9-10 for 8.
I'm taking. Well, it depends. It really depends. Is Zion gonna do what he's supposed to do?
Let's assume he does. They
Then-
take out
then
the Rockets?
Then the Pelicans.
Okay, so we got Lakers 7, Pelicans 8. That means the Timberwolves are going against the Pelicans in the first round.
They're taking them.
Timberwolves.
They're taking
Okay.
Timberwolves.
Unless Zion
Okay.
injured somebody.
Okay, Thunder would
Big
take
guy.
us. We beat the Thunder. Then that means the Timberwolves next would play the winner of Nuggets Nuggets Mavs.
Why don't we hear the
Nuggets.
Clippers in this? Show the Clippers.
Hold on. The Nuggets Mavs.
Let them
I'm assuming we all take the Nuggets, right?
Yeah.
That means the Timberwolves would have to play the Nuggets in the second round.
Right. I see the Nuggets taking them. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be tough though.
In my mind, the Nuggets are going back to the Western Conference. I'm not even really paying attention that much.
That means the Nuggets take the Timberwolves out second round.
The
And once
Nuggets
you take
are
out the
winning the chip.
Timberwolves, they're Gucci. They got it.
The Nuggets are winning the chip. I'm just gonna say that right now. The Nuggets.
So
are winning.
if none of us think they could win their second round matchup, are they a contender?
That's why I asked.
Well, because hold on. They're not. It's not because it's the second round. If it was any other team,
Yeah.
they got a real shot. But it's the team that we
No,
all
but see,
know.
that's I think the difference in a contender. I think going on a run is playing the matchup. Who do we catch in the rounds game? But if you're really a contender, it shouldn't matter.
Well, hold on. Let me raise you this, right?
What's
There were many years in that Golden State dynasty where they were going up against a Rockets team that could going up against anybody else, they probably would have made it to the finals. But you're going up against the dynasty. Right now, the Nuggets are that dynasty.
Well, they were a contender. The Rockets teams were a contender because they could actually challenge the Warriors, but they could just never get past them. So I guess the question is, do we think this Timberwolves can challenge the I mean, they already did.
Yeah, that's my point. I think Timberwolves can challenge the Nuggets, so they got a legitimate shot to win it. I don't know if they're going to, but I think they could definitely challenge the Nuggets.
But let me ask you this, Alan. In 2018, did you think the Rockets really had a chance to beat the Warriors in 2018? Before Chris Paul got hurt?
Not once.
I did, actually. I thought they were going to win that game. I thought they were actually going to win that game before Chris Paul got hurt.
The thing is, once I see Steph in the second round, I automatically assume he's going to the finals.
I thought that Rockets team was going to win that series. I really did.
Me too. I'm not going to lie.
I have seen the things I've seen that Warriors team do, the things I've seen Steph Curry do, man, I can never count him out. I see him going up against the team. I think, with now the exception of the Nuggets, I see him winning. I see that team winning. All him.
What about you, Paul? Did you think that Rockets in 18 had a real chance to beat the Warriors?
Nope.
He hate Mike D'Antoni. That's why.
Of course.
You said in 2018.
In 2018, the Chris Paul year.
That's one of the best teams I've ever seen in the Warriors.
And they went to 7. And they went to 7 without Chris Paul.
Listen, but that's the point I'm making. Sometimes there are great teams that just can't get past another team.
Are we putting the Nuggets? Are we putting the Nuggets as this great team
for 10 years?
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? Because this could be a little mini topic, because I've been hearing this a lot. There has been a lot of Nuggets dynasty talk.
Can be a dynasty.
What about them is making them this great team, this
I'll
dynasty?
Tell you right now.
They're just another team that won a chip. The Bucks did it, and they haven't been back to the final since.
They're not just another team.
The Lakers did it, and they haven't been back to the final since. Why do we assume this Nuggets team is going to be the first team to repeat since the Warriors?
Let me tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. The makeup and the age. All right. They won last year as a relatively young team. They managed to maintain all their pieces. The teams around.
No, they didn't.
Didn't. Most of the
Bruce Brown is gone. Jeff Green is gone.
Christian Brown is going to replace Bruce Brown.
Jeff Green is gone.
That's true. But their main guys, their core guys, are still there.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
The core guys are still there. There's not, Aaron Gordon and be like, let me go to the Mavericks. Like, Shout out to Harrison Barnes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have kept their team together. Jokic is still young. There has not been a player that can really stop him from doing any of the things he does. And unless we just said it. Unless the Timberwolves manage to somehow lock him up, they have the best shot outside of maybe the 76ers with Embiid. And even if the 76ers were to do it, the rest of the team is still nice enough that they can elevate. So the reason that people consider them a dynasty is we're looking at all their pieces together, how they're keeping their core together, the culture that not Moses Malone, what am I saying? What's his name? What's the coach's name?
Mike Malone.
Mike Malone. Thank you. Mike Malone.
Moses Malone?
Yeah, I said Moses Malone. I'm sorry. The culture that they're bringing in together, it's that winning culture. And it's akin to what people saw coming out after the Warriors' first win.
Everything you just said, what if that was not true about the Bucks in 21?
Which one?
The Milwaukee, everything you just said to describe the Nuggets roster, tell me what was different from that with the Bucks in 21 when they won their chip.
Giannis got injured.
When?
Last season.
21.
They won in 20. They won in 21.
They won in 21. And in 22, going to the playoffs, so that would have been the playoffs last year, Giannis was injured.
No, last year's playoffs was 23. That was 2 years ago, bro.
Oh, you're right.
Two seasons.
Well, for the bare minimum, that counts for last season. Wasn't Chris Middleton? One of them was injured. I'm pretty sure Giannis was injured last year.
Chris Middleton got injured. Yeah, Chris Middleton got injured 22, right?
So that's the problem with the team. Injury after injury to your star players. That's another problem.
Chris Middleton was a big blow.
Nuggets do not face. Their guys remain healthy.
Jamal Murray missed a year due to ACL, and he's already missed multiple games this year. He just got back.
He just got back, and hopefully he stays. If he stays healthy throughout the playoffs, but I'm saying that's the idea.
Look at these Nets fans in the IG comments, man.
What'd they say?
Nets should have won.
Nets should have won. Oh, against the Bucks?
They should have. High key.
Yeah.
I'm glad
they decided to wear the wrong size shoes.
It's not. He shouldn't have took that shot again. That's what the problem.
Right. Yeah.
That's what got me.
Taking that twice in a row? Come on.
Yeah, like what you doing, man? Like, why you turn around? You KD. You can spot up and do that.
You turn it around.
You do that against LeBron, bro. Like what you doing?
Oh, trigger.
That's a fact, though.
Trigger.
Real Nets fans are talking.
That was a Nets year, bro.
Respect real Nets fans.
Maybe this is hate. But Kevin Durant wanted a reason to leave the Nets.
You said what?
About 6 months later, he's asking for a trade.
Say that again.
Beginning of the season, he asked for a
I
trade.
think because of Kyrie. I don't think he wants to leave. I think it's Kyrie.
Man, Kyrie was gone. Kyrie was out the door, and he still asked to leave.
Yeah, that's why.
I got another question.
What's up?
The Warriors in 22. What changed on their roster heading into last season?
Going into last season,
Draymond puts Jordan Poole.
That's a fact. He started off the team on a very wrong. He destroyed the dynasty.
Your six man? What you doing?
Draymond actually destroyed the dynasty with one punch.
Well, Aaron Gordon just ran into a real dog.
That's a fact.
Who knows when he's going to be back?
He's out indefinitely.
Indefinitely. Aaron Gordon.
It's not even
so that's why I was just explaining why the dynasty talk goes around. If by the playoffs everybody's back and healthy on the Nuggets.
If Aaron Gordon isn't back, do the Timberwolves take that second round matchup?
Yes.
I think Jokic is gonna have to.
He's gonna do more than he already
actually try, and I think
he's gonna have to average 60.
Look, Jamal Murray has to actually become
number 2.
Yes.
I mean, he was number 2 in the playoffs last year for that.
Nah, but he's got to really. I mean, no, he was going crazy. I'm not going.
He gotta be
like a Kobe number 2.
He gotta turn into.
Yeah, he's gotta go crazy. He's gotta go absolutely crazy.
Yeah. But I think Jokic is like, man, Jokic did not try last year, man. That was one of the easiest trips you've ever seen.
Ever.
I think he's just like Steph in that his game looks effortless, and so you think he's not trying because Steph be looking like he's not trying when he gets 60.
We've seen Jokic actually put in more effort on the offensive end in games before than we did every game of the finals. It was first of all, he got to get a real center. I like Bam Adebayo.
He's a power forward.
but he's a
He
power.
is, yeah.
He's like 6'8". All right, he plays
He's
hard.
dead
All of,
6'8".
he's like 6. Come on, man. Like you're not beating the Sixers. You're not beating the Celtics with Bam Adebayo as your center.
No.
And
I mean,
you should move the power
who did
forward,
we last year to get to the
develop
final?
a corner three, just a corner three, and then the Heat are in a better position. And get a center. But it was just too easy for Jokic is one of the biggest players in the NBA. And you going up against a 6'8" center? Come on, man. Like, what are you doing?
We've seen
And
this show before,
center
too.
actually balled out against him, and it didn't matter because he was just so unstoppable.
So we don't know how that'll go. If we're staying in this hypothetical, just for fun, the 4 or 5 matchup would be Clippers Kings. Who do you got in that one?
Clippers.
I gotta go Clippers because my boy Russ is on it, but I really don't know.
Somebody said Jamal only shows up in the playoffs.
That's a fact. D Fox though, D Fox's second playoff appearance. Who's gonna have a better playoff run? D Fox or Anthony Edwards?
I think Anthony Edwards.
It's hard to say.
I think Anthony Edwards.
I don't know. D Fox was putting it in against the Warriors, so I don't know.
It's a matchup thing with that. See, here's
who's guarding D Fox on the Clippers? Russ?
Maybe 5 years ago, Russ could lock that down, but now I don't know.
Russ don't even start though, so it'd be James Harden.
James Harden getting cooked.
That's 50.
James Harden's getting cooked incredibly. He's like, let it go. Let's go. Like, it's not even going to be close.
Barbecue chicken alert.
Barbecue chicken.
It would be Paul George, right? But then who's going to guard Monk?
Harden.
That's 40.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy. I want to know if there's a stat for this. How many players can average 40 against James Harden?
At least 30 in the league.
At least. At a bare minimum.
There's at least 30
At
players
a
in
bare
the league.
minimum. It's not even, it's so bad.
Because Kawhi's probably going to guard Harrison Barnes, right? And can Zubac clamp Sabonis? I don't think so.
You see, you just put James Harden on the weakest defender. That's it. And Zubac is nice, man.
You gonna put Kawhi on Malik Monk? That just seems like bullying.
Overkill?
That seems unfair.
No, actually, you got to put Kawhi.
So you got to give Harrison Barnes the ball.
You got to put Kawhi on De'Aaron Fox and then put Paul George on Malik Monk.
Kawhi on De'Aaron Fox is crazy. His knees are going to be in pain every game with the amount of running that he'll have to do.
But that's a lockup. He'll do it though. He'll sacrifice.
He might take a low management game in the playoffs.
Yeah, what? Guarding De'Aaron Fox?
Nah, man, y'all gotta handle game 2, man. Give me another.
Y'all saw what I did? Let me inspire you, bro. Just hold on.
It don't even matter because everybody in the NBA just switches on the pick and roll anyway.
That's the next thing too. It really doesn't matter. That's a fact.
7-2 Lakers Thunder. I think that's a pretty obvious pick.
Thunder. No, let me stop.
Hey, Thunder. Thunder, man.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander will give y'all buckets.
That's what I'm saying.
But this is where I wanted to get to with this potential matchup because I think there's a big camp that says if the Lakers catch a Thunder in the first round, that's an upset due to experience. But we're talking about Ant Edwards and whether he has enough experience and whether he can turn into a top 5 player in the playoffs. Right now, SGA is a top 5 player, period, debatably.
Debatably, yeah.
So, do you think he's ready in the playoffs to beat a LeBron James team? Because that's a different level of playoff experience. There's winning in the league, and then there's beating a Steph Curry, beating a LeBron James. It's real easy to beat James Harden.
You gotta beat James Harden.
The Lakers gonna win, man.
But beating a LeBron James and beating Steph Curry is very, very difficult.
Forget LeBron. Is Chet guarding 80?
No. He don't want that.
That's it.
I don't know. Chet blocks a lot of shots, man.
You said what?
Blocks a lot of shots.
He does, but
way tougher than him and stronger.
Yeah, but that's all for help though.
Yeah,
most of the time.
Yeah.
Now,
is SGA ready?
One-on-one is a different story.
I don't think SGA is ready enough to be LeBron, and not in the playoff series.
That's hard.
If OKC beats the Lakers in the playoff series, LeBron got his. It's a wrap. Like you gotta call it.
It's not a wrap. He's just gonna go there next season. What are you talking about?
That's crazy.
That's Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
right,
He's stuck
you're
in
right,
2011, man.
You're right. Actually,
So-
low-key, LeBron's got to get used to. He's got to start thinking about Detroit more seriously since his son's about to be drafted there.
Is he?
While
That's
we're thinking
the-
about readiness,
That's why they're losing like this, so they can set up the greatest comeback story in NBA history.
Nah, no.
So
So
we're-
they gotta find the Pistons. I don't care. Find
so
them.
we're all
Right.
agreed. We're all agreed. SGA is
Might be
not
looking
ready. We think Ant is ready.
Yeah. Well, look up real quick. Let's see what SGA did in the playoffs last season. Let me look it up.
He did a lot.
Were they in the
But
playoffs? I don't remember.
they were in a play-in. They were in a play-in and they lost. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he hasn't been to the playoffs yet. So this would be his first year. This would be his first year of proper playoffs.
Listen, if I learned anything from Julius Randle, the playoffs are a different animal.
It's a different beast.
That's fair.
You gotta see them play in the playoffs first, man.
So
those
SGA, we
lights.
don't think is ready. He's got to experience it. And we think is ready. Is Joel Embiid ready to maybe make a push and finally sniff a conference finals?
Let me talk about. Let me say something.
I think he's been ready. You can go. You can go.
Yeah, let me say something, man. Joel Embiid, what was that you said in the post game after you got eliminated in the game 7 against the Celtics?
I need help.
Me and James can't do it alone. James not even there. Why you linking yourself to James Harden so much? Come on, man. Like that bothered me. I'm not gonna hold you. Like that made me that
I've never heard Shaq say that in my life.
like when
That was out of context, though. That was out of context. I gotta say
Listen.
that.
when Joel Embiid
Only slightly.
was crying after Kawhi eliminated his team in the playoffs, right? After that crazy shot. Look at y'all, man.
That man was crying his eyes out, bro. You would have thought
I liked
somebody
it.
saw somebody.
I liked it too. I like
I
my
like
athletes crying, man. Show me you care.
Dude, me too.
But-
You care.
But
I
after
see.
you
But then
and
capitalize.
James
You gotta come
Harden
back and have a revenge season.
give up, they gave up 4 years later when they had a legit in a game 7 to get to the finals. Was it the finals? No, to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Eastern Conference Finals.
You give up. I said, nah, this can't be the same guy that was crying. What's wrong with this guy? Like, I
Talking
couldn't
about
believe
tears,
it.
man.
So in the playoffs, what are you gonna do? Because you're under Tyrese Maxey's nice. Don't get me wrong. He's elevated his most improved easily.
It's the
Give it-
wrap it up.
Just
Wrap it up.
Most improved, but he's not. He doesn't have the experience James Harden has as a go-to guy, as a second player, right? He doesn't have the size to be a great defender, but he does fight hard. He might have some bad games. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna give up? You talking about you and James Harden? James Harden, one of the best offensive players in the history of the game, and you talk about that's not enough. In a game, you were in a game 7. Of course, it's enough. Just go get 50 one time. Just go get 50. Go out there and get 50. Try.
Just go get 50. That's
Just go get- Yo,
that's if you were on Coach Paul's team, that's what he would tell you
Just
if you're his
go
best
get
Go
player.
get 50.
Just
I
go
was
get
going
50.
Joel Embiid. Go get- Give me
What's
50 points
stopping
right
you?
now.
Hold on. What's stopping you?
No. Let's be. What?
He said, nah, for real. Hold on.
You are that good. Just go get 50. Why are you giving up? What do you have? Like 20?
This is
Go
the most
get-
inspiring
give me-
halftime speech I've ever gotten. I'm ready to
It's
run through a
game-
wall.
It's game 7.
Just go get 50.
Give me 50 points.
He said
At
the
least
Lord
try.
already did his part. Go out and do it.
Like go
Lord.
get 50 and lose. But at least you tried. It's game 7.
What kind of speech is this?
It's game 7. It's game 7. You got to give it your all, man. I don't know if Dylan
You make them beat you.
He said in the playoffs, forget about field
Yo,
goal.
yo. Can
There's
you,
some.
Pharaoh, can you use this intro in like a diss track of some sort against
I
somebody?
think I can. I think I
You
probably
take these and
can.
make the next intro for us.
My next
You
trip,
gotta go out and try. At least lose.
Just go get 50.
Go
That's the next
give
step.
your team a chance. Listen, like you said, Pharaoh, the Rockets took the Warriors, one of the greatest teams of all time, to game 7.
Yeah.
So anything could happen in the play. If you get it's one game, that's why the NBA in-season tournament was so popular. It's one game elimination. One game, game 7. Give me 50. But he went out there. He didn't try, and then at the end in the post game said, "We don't have enough. Me and Jace can't do no more." And then he left you. Well, come on, man. So I don't know what he's gonna do in the playoffs this year because he's undermanned a little bit this year. Are they better off because of James Harden not there and the ball moving more? Yes. Tobias Harris is different player. He's back. Tobias Harris is back, but he doesn't have the superstar talent alongside. And I don't know if psychologically, based on what he said in the post game after not trying in the game 7, if he's gonna give it his all this year. I really don't know. That was crazy to me. Go ahead.
So in the West, we got one young superstar who we think is ready to challenge the reigning champs, and another one who having a great regular season but still has to experience the playoffs. In the East, we have a superstar who hasn't been able to get over the hump, but has an MVP under his belt and may be ready to. Do we think he's ready to take that next step, Paul? You said what he has to do. Do you think he can do it? Yes or no? Round the table. Yes or no?
Paul? You talking about Edwards?
No, Embiid.
Embiid?
Is he ready to dominate? Yes or no?
But it's like he dominated.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no, Paul? Can he dominate? Is he ready?
Does he want to? Does he want to? Yes.
Dre.
Read my lips. No, he's not there. He's
Alan?
not there. He's not there.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. There's this other man in the East.
Giannis.
Who has been as close to the mountaintop as many times as anyone in his era, more than any other player in his era. But yet the era doesn't seem to be defined as his because he hasn't got it done yet.
Who?
But if we talk about young superstars, future faces of the league, this is a name that we should be saying. This is the guy that we should be saying is next in line in terms of GOATs, you know, the Michael, Kobe, LeBron lineage.
Agreed.
But he hasn't gotten there yet. Paul doesn't think he deserves to even be in that talk. But that man, Jason Tatum, is it finally his time?
I think it's that man's time. I think it's the Celtics' time. I think the Celtics are winning the chip this year.
Nah.
I think the Celtics are winning the chip this year.
I saw Paul fighting his hate.
Hear me out on this.
I think the Celtics are winning the chip this year.
Because I want to ask one final question and wrap us up. So quick take.
So here's my quick take. We talk about the Timberwolves being a hard matchup for the Nuggets. The next hard matchup for the Nuggets are the Celtics. They can match up on every single level now because they have Drew Holiday. They will match up and lock up on every single player on that team. That is 5-out pure basketball. Legit 5-out pure basketball. They are a perfect team.
They could put Tatum on Gordon.
They could put Tatum on. That's what I'm saying. And he can legitimately guard him.
And Jaylen Brown on KCP because Drew Holiday is on Jamal. So you have Jaylen Brown as a free safety damn near.
Correct. And don't forget about Derek White. Do not forget about Derek White. That boy is nice. That is
leading the league in blocks by guards.
That is a perfect. And let me tell you something. Kristaps, he might not be able to stop Jokic, but he'll hold him to like 25. And that's not going to matter as much because Jason Tatum's going to go out and get 30 and 40. Something, the whole go get 50. Jason Tatum can go do it.
And he does every time. Every time it's a go get 50 game. Every time it's a go get 50 game, he goes and gets 50. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, because Jaylen Brown helped him before that when he was putting up.
That's Jaylen Brown's job, Paul. That's his job.
That's his job.
They just paid that man $300,000 to be $300 million to be the best number 2 in the league. That's what he's supposed to do.
Tatum about to get Ohtani numbers in the season,
bro. OD.
Hey, so man. Joking on that contract, man.
Lord. The reason why I bring those 4 players up is because I'm projecting to what they're going to do in the playoffs. Because for me, that is the proper conversation to be having about potential MVP candidates. So in my mind, at this point of the season, you got Ant, SGA, Tatum, and B.
Jokic?
Who do you have? With a 3rd seed?
I've seen that man with a 3rd seed consistently.
I feel like once you have 2 to get past 2 to get 3 or 4, you gotta be doing something different. Like you can't just be doing the same thing.
When he won the MVP the last two times he won the MVP, he was the 3rd seed.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like if you've already got it twice doing that, like I'm not giving it to you a 3rd or 4th time for just doing that again. Like you gotta raise it to a different level.
Listen, I agree with you. But
Like Bron got his first 2 when he took the Cavs to the 1st seed in the East because that was ridiculous. He didn't get his 3rd until the Heat like won on that ridiculous 30-game win streak during that season. 2010, he didn't get it. You know what I mean? Like, cause like, bro, you just being the 1 seed, like, it's whatever. That's not exciting anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't give it to you. I can't give it to Jokic for doing the same exact thing again. Same reason why I can't give it to Giannis for doing. This is what you do. Like,
I'm gonna say this: it's so early.
it's very early. 30 games in.
Yeah, it's so early. I can't. To me, it's between Luka.
Luka.
Now I see Luka a lot in those names. How are the Mavs doing to be saying this?
Luka
6th seed.
6th seed, but look at his numbers.
That's
what
Luka. He does that.
All right, but he never won. But he never won one, so that helps him because he never won one. You like talking about narrative, right? That's a narrative. Let's give Luka his first, man. We tired of Embiid and
hold on. Luka's averaging 34, 8, and 9.
That's
ridiculous.
That's Luka though.
That's what he be doing.
That's fine, but
so Jason Tatum can't get no consideration with a number 1 seed best record.
No, he does not. No, he does. His team is too good.
It's too good.
Too good.
You know that's a thing.
It is a thing. It is a thing for sure.
You know that's a thing. It's too good. Like Luka is putting up. He is the team over there. Him and Kyrie.
Listen, I'll just say this. Jason Tatum, if you don't win it, just keep in mind, Kobe didn't win as many MVPs as he was supposed to either, my boy.
27, 8, and 4. I mean, I think those assists probably got to get up a little bit.
Yeah, that's a fact. Well,
Joel is the leading guy in the East.
I would agree.
And then you have Luka in the West.
No, Giannis
over Ant.
Yes.
With a number 1 seed or SGA, it's going close. Crazy.
It's close, but I'm giving the edge to Luka.
I think it's early. But here's the thing: we're looking at it 30 games in. Who do we think can sustain this for the next 52 games?
Yeah, who?
I'm looking at the Celtics.
That's the question, and we can end on that. Those are the clear 4. We'll throw Luka in, say 5. That like have jumped out to make early campaigns, right? That's where the narratives are beginning to form around. And SGA, Luka, Embiid, Tatum, with the fringe Jokic, just because you always got to kind of talk about him.
And always you got to put in the back end at the end of the list.
No,
Stephen Curry.
No. I think this is the first year where it's truly the end of the era where Steph and LeBron are nowhere near MVP talks this year.
LeBron
is the first year.
LeBron
is the first year.
Your boy is close, man. I'm not gonna lie.
No, if we get up to like the 4th, 5th seed,
which is possible,
then come talk to you. But then AD should be in the conversation too. Then
I can't give it to
maybe not Steph.
I can't give MVP to AC. So I agree with that.
I can't.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Westbrook.
Bro, all right.
Nah, that was triple double.
No, they were the 8th seed. They were the 6th seed. So watch your mouth.
They were the 6th seed, but like much like what I think Farrell said it earlier.
Why?
If you're like a lower seed, you gotta do something crazy, like something that we've never even seen before.
Man said Kawhi.
Who said Kawhi?
You know who said Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard for MVP.
No. Who said that?
How high to Leonard?
Who?
Kawhi.
Who said
Shout
that?
out to Kawhi. I like Kawhi, but nah.
Someone said it in the comments.
Kawhi's balling this year, but
nah. I need to know who's the Instagram user who said that.
Kawhi, SGA is definitely not going to win. You got to look at the.
I don't know, bro. A 2nd seed with the numbers he's putting up, bro. That's MVP kind of talk.
Who, Kawhi?
Shea.
The 2nd seed.
They're the 2nd seed, and he's averaging 31, 5, and 6, bro.
But look at what Luka's doing.
But he's 6th in the league.
How far is he from the 2nd?
4 games back, I think.
Yeah, 4 games back.
Nah, man. If they get to 4th, it's a wrap.
If the Thunder take over the top spot from the Timberwolves and they finish first,
Now we talking.
you have to give it to him almost.
Now we're talking between him and Joel.
Yes.
Him and Joel.
And the Thunder only 2 games back.
It's the NBA is tight this year, man.
It's a very tight year.
I feel like this point last year there wasn't as much like parity, but maybe I gotta look.
So let's wrap up by making the prediction. If that's the pool right now, people who have jumped out, who like we think are going to be considered, when we get to All-Star break. I'm not going to say who you think is going to win it, but when we get to All-Star break, who do you think will still be in the conversation and be leading the conversation?
MVP, Joel, Embiid, and
give me 3. Give me who you think the top 3 will narrow down to by All-Star break. Dre,
Joel, Embiid, Nikola Jokic.
Jokic, Embiid, Tatum. Very, very familiar top 3.
Yep.
Okay, Alan.
I'm gonna say Embiid, Tatum, and Edwards.
Okay, Embiid, Tatum, and Edwards. So a repeat, and then 2 first-timers. Paul,
if healthy.
Paul's going with Jalen Brunson.
Listen, man. If we go up in seeding, yes. Luka. Joel. I'll say SGA. I think the Thunder are gonna get the number 1 seed.
So that's what I think the Thunder get the number 1 seed, and it's SGA, Embiid, and Tatum.
Shega Genesis, that's a fact.
I think Tatum is gonna have a signature performance sometime soon. He usually has a 50 ball by now every year. Right. Like he sprinkles in 3 or 4 a season. So I think he's got
games this year.
And an Instagram post after.
SGA's been going crazy. I hope he don't keep talking like this though, because he gonna get someone gonna come at him in the playoffs. He keeps talking like this. Humble him real quick. But SGA, they gotta get the first seed. He's gonna be leading the topic, and B's gonna keep doing what he's doing, and he's gonna be like he probably should repeat. But I think Tatum's gonna have 2 signature performances by the All-Star break that is gonna wake people up to like this Celtics team is something serious, and this guy needs MVP conversation.
Let me tell you something.
Can I ask something real quick?
Go ahead.
That post that was against Steph, right?
He did it twice against Steph, and then he did it against someone else.
All right, no. I just want to lay that out there. I want to see how that goes. I want to see how that narrative.
Let me see this. Right, y'all forget KP is arguably the second most important guy on the Celtics right now. Not even Jalen.
Third.
I would agree with that.
Watch the Celtics.
If you say arguably,
I do.
Kristaps Porzingis is that important.
I 100% agree.
He spaces the floor. He opens it up so much for Jason Tatum to work. They're gonna look at the Celtics and say, and they got Drew Holiday. This team is too nice. Jason Tatum is benefiting from playing with great players. They're gonna say that.
He's the engine still, though. He's still the engine, and you can see it, especially that Christmas Day matchup. Like at a certain point, like even the announcer said it. Like he's starting to learn that Bron Steph quality of like controlling the game without even shooting the ball. Like
you can see it happening too. I love it.
That's a fact. That I agree. But the thing is, Bron will do that and get like 35.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum is getting like 20 to 25 and doing it because his team is that good. His team is that good. So if you're talking about MVP numbers, those are not MVP numbers. It's an MVP caliber team where it's a good enough team where you could say, okay, this team probably has an MVP on it because he's.
I'm old school with it though.
The numbers.
But let me just respond to that though. I agree with you, which is why I said he has about 2 or 3 signature performances that'll come against either the Nuggets, the Sixers, or the Timberwolves, where he's gonna go get 50 balls. And that'll show. It'll be like, okay, when you get really challenged, he goes and rises to the occasion. It's like, okay, yes, this is the guy. But I think we should leave it there. This was a great return episode, fellas. Those of you that joined us on the live, we appreciate y'all hanging in there with us, engaging with us on the comments. We will be here next week, same time, same place. Look out for the audio. The audio will be uploaded to anywhere you like podcasts in a few days. My name is Ro. You already know. Paul
Quick.
Dre Allen.
Like and
Signing off.
subscribe. Quick,
Like
quick,
and subscribe.
Like, subscribe.
Hit the button.
follow,
Hit the alerts.
IG. Yep.
It's Fast Breaks. We out.
Come on. It's fast breaks. Listen. We back with another one.
Fast breaks, yeah, we coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights, man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands, we run 3-man weeks, Paul, Dre, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan, we got love for the game, we don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break, throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break, throw me the outlet.